So we're gonna start with the Tekton tool haul today. I was on the outlet tab where they got the best deals. And I was able to purchase everything in this bag on the outlet tab for approximately 20% savings. Very happy with that. What we got here is a couple of O2 sensors, sockets, 3/8, 7/8, 22 millimeter. I have no idea if these are going to be any good, but I wanted some O2 sensor sockets. I'm sure these will be fine. I've been very happy with Tekton, all the tools I've purchased from them. They seem fairly priced, fair quality, USA company. So, interesting form factor. It's got a little camphor on the 3/8 inch drive. Here I am checking what size wrench it is, so it's not a 19, it's not a 22, it's not a 24. Then I realized, well, it's a 7/8 socket, so let me try a SAE wrench and grab the 1 inch, and that's what it was. So it's got a 1 inch nut on the end of the socket. Not a nut, but a place to grab it like a nut. Machined 6-point hex form factor, I guess. These are some picks I found on the outlet tab. I'm always concerned on YouTube. People say if with my orange Harbor Freight $1.99 picks, maybe one day I'll break the tip off in a critical spot in the car, and it's got me a little nervous. I was gonna buy a whole pick and pry bar set, mini pry bar set from Tekton for like $58, but then I said, well, let me check the outlet tab, and sure enough, I found these 2 picks on there. I would have loved to have added some mini pry bars, but I'm just gonna wait because I didn't realize, I thought they were out of design tools, but those are 2 blemish stickers. So I think the blemish is on the shank, about 1 inch before the plastic. I see just some rough finishing, which doesn't look like it's gonna affect the structural integrity at all. And I don't mind rough finish whatsoever. There, I can finally get it in the light there. So I think that's what the blemish is. It's just got the same thing on there. You can see it more prominently. But the tips look good. Handles are good. I think they're going to be strong. Very happy with those. I think they're $3.99 each, which I think is a pretty good deal. And this is the other O2 sensor. This is more like the crow's foot style. It's a 7/8/22 millimeter socket. This one's probably also a 3/8. Let me verify that. These things look pretty dry. I'm gonna add some clean motor oil before I put them in the toolbox at this point. So let's see. Is that a 3/8? Yep, 3/8. So I would have preferred 1/2 inch, but you know, when you're shopping on the outlet tab, you kind of got to take what they got. And I'm very proud to have these in my toolbox. I've been wanting to have some O2 sensor sockets. The Koken ones are insanely priced. So let me try Tekton. I think kind of focusing in on Koken and Tekton is 2 of my top favorite tool companies. Of course, Harbor Freight's always going to be there, just down the road. But these seem very high quality. Very happy with these. I think they're going to serve me well. I think 3/8 will be fine, and it'll be easier to maneuver into tight spots. So very happy with this purchase. And so next, on to the mystery package that came in today. I couldn't imagine it was these because I just ordered them the other night, but they must have shipped from domestically. I was very shocked with the price. I mean, shipped to my door, this socket, 1/2 inch socket rail set from Koken was $53. And addition to it, I just got a 1 size up from, you know, it ends at 22, so I got a 24 for Toyota sizes. And $11 for that socket, so that was a little pricey, from the same vendor on eBay, and they shipped it immediately, and I literally got it 2 or 3 days later. I'm not sure the exact time, but these are surface drive 1/2 inch Koken sockets. Wanted to add these to the collection. I figured this is almost like a nut extractor type socket. I don't have any of these. I wanted to get some impact versions of these from Gray Pneumatic. I feel the Koken pneumatic stuff is pretty pricey, but maybe one day I'll get the Kokens. But here I am comparing it to a Zeal 24 to a 24 Zeal stubby, and I could have looked it up on the catalog, but I had a heavy suspicion that the regular Koken sockets are longer, which will give me more encouragement to buy them, because I don't want to just buy a bunch of the stuff that has the same form factor. So I got the Zeal sockets, and this kind of opens me up to buying more Koken sockets if I know they're at least a different length. But these are a different type of fitting, a surface drive. It's got a large hump, and so it just tries to contact the flat surface on the 6-point socket and stays away from the corners extremely. I think it's also good at removing rounded fasteners. So I'm very happy to add these to my socket collection, which is growing. It's pretty significant at this point. Very happy with this Koken purchase. I continue to buy Koken tools because I think with the yen down and the eBay and Amazon free shipping, and if you just kind of cruise on there and look for deals, I feel for this whole set, including the 24 millimeter, $67 delivered to my door in 2 days was a great price. And there's more sets on there. I think these are on eBay. So to me, so here I'm comparing the 10 millimeters, the Zeal 1/2 inch to the surface drive 1/2 inch. I'm basically seeing that the regular sockets are 10 millimeters deeper than the Koken Zeal sockets. I think the 24s were measured in at 40 and 30 millimeters. The 10s measured in at 35 and 45 millimeters. And I think the 17 here, which I think is the ideal 1/2 inch socket, the socket almost matches the size of the drive. I'm going to compare these. I think these measured at, I want to say 29 and 39 millimeters, but you can see it on the blue silicon tray there. Maybe that will help you determine how long they are, but it's a good, fair comparison. Super happy. Continue to buy Koken tools. Can't stop. They're just super awesome to work with when you're working out there in the car. They just feel right, and I'm going to continue to buy them. I was debating between these and the Williams. Found from a trusted source that Williams is basically the best value socket USA you can buy. I was looking at those, but the Kokens are cheaper, and the Kokens have got the surface drive that I wanted. I almost bought a nut gripper set, but I said, I was thinking to myself logically, and I said, for the large bolts, I got the 3/8 nut grippers up to 14 millimeter. For 17 and bigger, am I really going to lose that bolt? Am I going to be able to get it with my fingers? Do I really need a large nut gripper 1/2 inch socket set? So I kind of said, I would prefer to have the surface drive. I think that's more of a critical tool for a DIY. I hope you enjoyed this Tekton Koken tool haul.